at Sunbelt Rentals. To start the second half, Cougars will kick to the SMU Mustangs, right to left. Jordan Manistow puts a foot into this one. Driving Richardson to the goal line and a yard deep. He'll bring it out near hash mark to the 15. Down he goes! 18-yard line. Bryce Bell on special teams along with Beasley. How about that?
Hey, on senior day, you got to love watching a starter like Bryce Bell say, Coach, I want to be on kickoff coverage. That's the coolest thing you're going to see all day today.
So they spotted officially at the 19-yard line. That's where the SMU Mustangs will scrimmage, 1st and 10. As we said, not a great first half for J.J. McDermott. 9 of 14 for 82 yards, and he was sacked twice. He will have Jared Williams to his left. 2 receivers to either side. Williams and Beasley and Wilkerson on the near side. Thompson on the far side. That's where he looks, and he's got his man across the 35 and out of bounds, and that is Darius Johnson, chased out by Nick Sines, but good pass protection allowed that play to develop and pick up about 17, make it 18 yards.
Tom, that starts off with the receivers on the right side of the field. He comes all the way across the field. If that receiver crosses your face as a linebacker, you got to hit him. You can't let him run free like that.
At the 36-yard line, 1st and 10. So already SMU out from within the shadow of their own end zone. Right shoulder is Williams for McDermott on 1st and 10 with 2 to either side. Give it to Williams, hit in the backfield, down he goes. Sammy Brown was there, fought off his man. He got around the left tackle so easy and was right there to make the stop for a loss back at the 33-yard line.
I'll tell you, Zeke Reiser's right there. He's just about to help out, but I'll tell you, Sammy has him so fast, really can't do anything but fall over the pile.
Sammy Brown, one of the leaders nationally with tackles for loss. Came into today's ball game with 21 and a half. He's got a sack and that loss right there, so he's got at least 2. 1 receiver to the far side, that's Thompson. Johnson's in the slot with Beasley near side and Wilkerson farthest out. 2nd and 13 for SMU. 7 at the line for Houston. They'll bring 5. McDermott throws inside. Incomplete. It was dropped by Darius Johnson down low at his ankles. A little short post pattern, slanting inside. McDermott trying to keep that ball out of harm's way, but put it too low for Darius Johnson to make the catch. Johnson, 59 catches on the year to lead them.
I thought it was a fumble. It was close.
So now it's 3rd down. 13. Cougars held SMU to 1 out of 6 in the first half. Can they keep this string going? Crowd rises at 1 here at Robertson. Thompson on the far side. The other 3 come near side. Dugal is back there to block. McDermott has time over the middle, has his man. It's Thompson, very close to the first down marker at the 46-yard line. DJ Hayden made the stop, and they say move the chains. Got 13 and a 1st and 10 to the 46.
Well, that's a deep. So you see the short post or the short in. That's the deep in route, also known as the dig. You got to stop that dig. You got to kind of stop him from getting deep by good tight coverage by your safety up the middle.
3 receivers again near side, 1 to the far side. SMU 1st and 10 at their own 46. Under no pressure, McDermott's going to try and throw the long ball, and it's incomplete at the 10-yard line. Wilkerson, stride for stride with him, was Thomas Bates, and the ball was underthrown into the wind.
Well, that ball is, an underthrown ball or a poorly underthrown ball like that is basically an uncatchable pass, Tom. Even if there's some incidental contact, there's no way that ball is going to be caught.
Nobody's going to catch that ball.
No one's going to catch that ball. It's 5 yards short.
And so that's a perfect call by the official here on the near side by the field judge. 2nd down and 10, SMU. 3 receivers again to the near side. They continue to solo up Derek Thompson on the far side. Dugal is in the backfield with McDermott, so expect a pass. McDermott throws and has his man. It's Johnson across the Cougar 40 and diving into the 38-yard line. Goes Darius Johnson. He picks up 16 yards and a 1st and 10.
Darius Johnson does a good job. Cougars bring blitz. You got to break through. You can't get tied up in the middle in that blitz. Those linebackers have got to break free. You cannot give McDermott that much time. If he has 4 seconds to throw the ball when you're running blitz, he's going to find the open receiver.
Second catch of the day for Darius Johnson. 3 receivers go to the far side now. Terrence Wilkerson will be soloed up on the near side with DJ Hayden. 4-man front for Houston. McDermott's going to throw left side, has Thompson, and Bates will wrestle him out of bounds shy of the 30-yard line at the 31. That's a gain of 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Well, again, Cougars are playing a little bit soft on their cover 2. It's a zone cover 2. They're not coming with the 2-man like the Cougar offense sees. Again, the idea is don't get beat deep. Don't give up anything big. Keep everything underneath and everything in front of you. This is also the type of coverage that Hayden uses in order to get those picks, those interceptions off the corner.
Hayden switches to the far side with Thompson and Johnson. Kent Brooks is over there with him. You have Beasley on the near side with Wilkerson. On 2nd and 3, a whistle's movement at the line of scrimmage against SMU. Brings the 2nd penalty of the ball game.
5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Make that the 4th penalty of the game. And again, it's Bryce Tennyson.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that puts paint all over his face, that black stuff. I mean, it's one thing to go with the black under the eyes, Tom, but all over your whole face? Really?
Yeah. Centers, they're kind of different. We know Chuck.
Yes, they are.
We get movement at the line, and Dominic Miller may have made contact. And if he did, he's going to give the 5 yards back.
Offsides.
Yep.
Defense number 99 jumped in a neutral zone and caused an offensive play to react. 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Well, so much for 2nd down and 8. It'll be back to 2nd down and 3 like we were. And we just did a little 5-yard dance both directions.
Makeup call. You got
first penalty of the game against the Cougars, however. And that's a good sign because the last couple of weeks the Cougars have been penalized way too much.
That's right.
So now 2nd down and 3, and Williams comes back in. He will shift behind McDermott. McDermott's looking to throw. Throwing it deep on the near sideline for Beasley. He's got it and runs out of bounds at about the 5-yard line as he got away from Thomas Bates before Science could get over there to make the catch. At the 4-yard line is where they're going to put him down. And that is a pickup of 27 yards.
So Cougars are doing a little gaming on their coverage, trying to trick things, mix things up a little bit. They're dropping Thomas Bates from that corner position immediately into the safety position, and they're rolling the corner, rolling the safety up to play corner. A little combination coverage there. Again, got to get over the top on that. Can't let that ball float that long.
Johnson and Johnson as Jeremy Johnson comes in to join Darius on the far side. 1st and goal from the 3. Williams hit the backfield, and he will not get away from Marcus McGraw. A loss of a yard back to the 5-yard line.
A little wildcat look there, Tom. You got a little mix-up, in the backfield. You know that number 11 isn't going to throw the ball.
Beasley, right?
Beasley's in there. He's either going to run it himself or he's going to option that thing. Let's see if he stays in at quarterback.
He will stay in as the Wildcat quarterback. Wilkerson comes to the near side. The 2 Johnsons are up tight on the far side. 2nd down and goal from the 5-yard line. Beasley going to keep pitch now for Williams, and he's hit on the corner and dropped for a 2-yard loss. Kent Brooks out of the safety spot. Drops him at the 7-yard line. A loss of 2 more. So this Wildcat is not fooling the Cougars whatsoever.
Well, good job, good pursuit. Again, it starts with what happens at the defensive end position, which is Sammy Brown. When you go against the option like this, Tom, defensive end, everybody knows he's got the quarterback. And as soon as he can make that quarterback pitch, boom, you've got your safety there and your cornerback ready to help you out, scraping from the inside out. Great job by Kent Brooks and Sammy Brown for forcing it.
Big 3rd down and goal from the 7-yard line. McDermott comes back in. He'll have Dugal to his right. He's looking to his left. Now over the middle. Ball intercepted!
Woo!
Philip Stewart at the goal line.
Way to go, Philip Stewart.
What a play by Stewart. And for Philip Stewart, that is his 4th interception of the year.
Absolutely. Hey, I've kind of felt it. I knew this was going to happen at some point with McDermott. The way he throws the ball, it floats a little bit, and that's his gun ball. That's where he's trying to throw a strike. Philip Stewart sniffs it out. Great job right in the middle, Tom.
And they say that Phillip was on the goal line, so it's a touchback, and the ball comes out to the 20-yard line. How about that?
That's the way
what
to stop it.
What a stand by your Cougar defense.
That's a big-time stand. Big-time stand.
So the Cougars will go 1st and 10 for their own 20-yard line with a 13-0 lead. That is the 14th interception of the year for J.J. McDermott to go with 14 touchdowns. Not a ratio you want your quarterback to have, 1 for 1.
No, it is not. 1 for 1 is a recipe for disaster.
2 receivers to either side. It is Michael Hayes in the backfield with Case Keenum on 1st and 10, Houston for their own 20. 4-man front for the Mustangs. Keenum looks to throw near sideline, and Edwards can't bring it in. It was a little bit behind him, and he couldn't bring it in at the 25-yard line. Crawford was over on coverage.
Yeah.
That ball looked like it slipped out of Case's hand just a little bit. Didn't look like it came out clean.
Again, an infrequent thing there. Again, kind of actually hits Patrick in the hand. So, next time I think Patrick has that one.
2nd down and 10 from the 20. Keenum with the inside screen for Carrier at the 20, 25, 30. Oh, and what a tackle from behind by Jagarrett Davis at the 33-yard line. That was destined for greatness.
Woo, I'll tell you what, that's one where Davis is one arm tackle away from, he saves the day right there.
Wow.
I mean, that's a game-saving tackle.
1st and 10, Cougars from the 33. Play fake to Hayes. Keenum looking. He's got all day. He's going to scramble to his left. Now throwing this way. Oh, and he missed his intended receiver Carrier up near the 43-yard line. He had gotten in an open zone, and Case was trying to hit him this way, but for a right-handed quarterback, rolling to his left, that's the hardest pass for them to throw.
Yeah, it makes it a little tough. Again, two man, so cover two deep safeties, so you can double up the deep ball. Man coverage underneath. I think he's going to need to hit his relief valve, which is on the opposite side of the field next time, his running back.
Moving at the line of scrimmage. Flags are down. Free play for Keenum, who ducks under a man. Drops it off now for Hayes. Hayes trapped at the 35 and will get forward to the 36 and maybe the 37. But it's all for naught. The Cougars will take the 5 yards and keep the 2nd down. As they caught SMU in the neutral zone.
Defense number 92. 5-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
That's Margus Hunt.
Well, you got to give the credit on that to Case Keenum.
And Chris Thompson, the center, for when you see that guy get in there, snap the ball.
Pull the trigger quickly. Again, have a good relationship there between your quarterback and your center. You got to make sure, hey, he knows he's got to pull the trigger, and your quarterback is there to receive the ball.
So now it's 2nd and 5. Play fake in the backfield. Keenum inside screen. They have Hayes. Here he goes to the 45. Midfield. SMU territory breaks free. 30 at the 20 at the 10. Hayes down at about the 1-yard line.
Oh, man.
Oh, baby. Michael Hayes.
Oh, it was right there.
60 yards to the 2-yard line.
Boy, it was shaping up nicely right at the line of scrimmage, Tom. Great job by the offensive line, getting out there. Chris Thompson and the guys bringing the wood. Woo! And even downfield, you got P. Edwards trying to get in there.
Well, we've talked about our receivers blocking compared to theirs.
No, that's exactly right. And if Aker doesn't make the play, Banjo wasn't there to make the play, that's touchdown.
Hayes is the back for Keenum on 1st and goal from the 2. Cougars need to push this one in. Smith on the far side. Edwards near side. They look for Edwards on the fade. Too far. Good coverage on the inside shoulder for Richard Crawford. Case trying to drop it up. Didn't quite get enough air on that one.
Need a little more air under that.
Little line drive.
Yep.
It'll be 2nd down and goal, and the Cougars line right back up in the same formation. Now Keenum will go shotgun. Hayes will be behind him. Give it to Mike. He's in trouble trying to go right, and he'll be brought down at the 5-yard line. Taylor Reed is there. Had a lot of help as well. Jagarrett Davis was also there. A loss of 3 yards back to the 5. Well, SMU has smelled out the Houston running game in deep.
Well,
because they've done this 3 times.
That's
now.
right. It's all about the numbers in the box. They've got 7 in the box there. They've got the ability to pull an 8th in. You got to pass against it. I like this matchup right here. You go 3 receivers on one side, 1 on the other. This kind of forces SMU to loosen up a little bit.
It'll be a shotgun formation with Hayes to the right shoulder. Keenum's got the snap. Quick slant inside, and did he catch it or did he drop it? I think he dropped it. I think Tyron Carrier had it, and it slipped through his fingertips. It was there. And Tyron just could not make the catch.
Oh, Justin Johnson wants to go for it. Some of the fellas are saying, let's go, let's go. I think the right call is let's get 3. Let's get 3.
With the field goal, you make it a 3-score game.
That's right.
That's why the field goal is important here.
Absolutely.
So Matt Hogan, 2 for 2 on the day from 28 and 21 yards. Will try to make his 10th field goal of the year in 12 tries. This will come from near the center of the field. It's inside the far hash mark. From the 13, a 23-yard attempt. Good snap and hold. Kick up on the way by Hogan, and the kick is good. So the Cougars convert the interception by Phillip Stewart into 3 more points. It's Houston 16, SMU nothing. 6:32 to play, third quarter at Robertson Stadium. We'll be back after this timeout for the College Store. And Raging Cajun is a proud sponsor of your Houston Cougars for all your catering needs, company parties, tailgate parties, and more. Please call 713-621-FISH or log on to www.ragin-cajun.com for more information. It's our friends at Raging Cajun, 713-621-FISH or www.ragin-cajun.com. Luke Mandola and company doing a great job and longtime supporters of Cougar Athletics. Well, the Cougars for the third time get deep in the red zone but get turned away from the end zone, having to settle for a 23-yard Matt Hogan field goal, capping an 8-play, 75-yard drive that took 2 minutes and 22 seconds. It did up the lead, however, for Houston to 16-0 with 6:32 to play here in the third quarter. Become very overcast and dark. I know the days get dark early, but, we're just barely past 4:30.
Yeah.
And it's almost nighttime here at Robertson Stadium. The field lights have been on since halftime. But the brightness continues to shine on your Houston Cougars. J.J. McDermott, who had a couple of big kick returns in the first half, not so much here in the second half on his one try to start the third quarter. Let's see what Manistow and the kick team can do. Manistow hits this one straight away. McDermott, 2 yards deep in the end zone, going to come out to his right, to the hash mark. Throwback left. Now at the 10, at the 15, at the 20, at the 30, at the 40, and down at the 46-yard line. Looked like number 4, which would be Bryce Lindley.
Well, I tell you, I kind of mentioned this at the in the pregame time.
Right. Frank Gans Jr.
Frank Gans Jr. This is a guy who used to coach here at the University of Houston. He coached at UCLA last year. A lot of folks don't know we took out 3 of the UCLA players on the first kickoff, knocked them out for the season, kind of like they knocked out Case. And Frank had it in for us.
First and 10 SMU as McDermott comes back in with Dugal to his right. 2 receivers to either side. 16-0 Houston here in the third. McDermott looking left, pumps once. Now launches it deep down the left sideline and just threw it about 20 yards out of bounds. And now he gets some pushing and shoving after the play. 71 for SMU's got his helmet off. Is that Sammy Brown over there? No, it's Lloyd Allen.
Lloyd. Come on, Lloyd.
Let's go to Chuck Brown on the sideline. Chuck?
Hey, Ted, you're exactly right. What you also call that right now is desperate measures.
Oh, you're right about that.
They are reaching for anything, guys, right now.
If you're going to do the old throwback pass on a kickoff when it's 16-0, that ought to tell you something right there.
They were looking for the Music City Miracle. Remember that one?
Oh, I sure do. I sure do.
2nd down and 10, SMU from their own 46. Williams now to the right shoulder of McDermott. McDermott under pressure from Hunters, escapes on the run at midfield into Cougar territory. Ball is loose. Cougars had it at the 45-yard line. Kent Brooks with the fumble recovery, and I think it was Kelvin King who popped it loose.
With a big pop by Kelvin King. I'm talking, boy, that quarterback, McDermott, he needs to understand a guy his size, when he's running the ball, he's got to get down in traffic. You cannot stand straight up like this. And, you know who it is? DJ Hayden is the one who forced the fumble. Woo! Big hit.
Well, King was from behind, and Hayden came in the front. He's the one who popped it free, and Kent Brooks on the recovery.
Big-time play right there.
So back-to-back turnovers for this Cougar defense now. You know, SMU's dropped 3 of their last 4 games after winning 5 in a row, and they've committed 10 turnovers in those 4 games. 2 more here now gives them 12 in their last 4.5 games. Keenum, quick screen on the outside for Carrier, looking for a block, turns the corner and gets up near midfield. Short gain on the play. We'll call it maybe 3 yards to the 48-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and 7.
Well, again, I think Cougs are trying to soften up the corners there to get us a single coverage for Patrick or somebody on the outside, EJ, one of these guys, to give it a deep tackle.
Sims empties the backfield, goes in motion right. 4 receivers that way. Keenum looking over the middle, drops it off. Justin Johnson could not get away from the linebacker who had him, Taylor Reed. And they'll bring him down at the 47-yard line, and they'll be 2 yards shy of the first down marker. So a 5-yard pickup on the pass. The short cross over the middle for Justin Johnson leaves the Cougars 3rd down and 2.
Good sure hands right there by Justin
All 3
Johnson.
running backs in the ball game now. Give it to Hayes, sweeping to the right side. He ducks and he gets close to the 45. It will all depend on the spot of the football. Well, the head linesman on the far side says he's short of the 45.
Boy, he doesn't give us a break.
No.
That guy does not give.
Looked like Hayes was a little closer to the 45-yard line, but they only gave him 1.5 yards. So to be 4th down and less than 1, here comes the heavy package. Justin Johnson back in with Bryce Redmond. Hayes will stay as the back. Running play for Hayes, has the first down and will be brought down by Banjo at the 42-yard line.
Great job up front there, Tom. That's the kind of block we need to see right there when you see your big number 76, Jacoby Ashworth, just mowing these guys down up on the left side of the line.
Little help from Ty Cloud as well.
Absolutely, Ty just making it happen.
2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Fake the run, roll out right, Justin Johnson in the flat, and will be brought down by Banjo at the 39-yard line. Well, he's going to put it right in the middle between the 39 and the 38. So a gain of 3.5. It'll be 2nd down and a long 6. Hayes stays in the game. Left shoulder of Keenum, who throws left side for Carrier. On a linebacker, cannot get away. Good tackle by Cameron Rogers to bring Carrier down before he can get the first down just inside the 35-yard line.
Getting a little chippy out there. You got the SMU team is obviously trying to cause problems. They've already gotten the Cougars' face a couple times. They're trying to mix things up, force the Cougars to lose their concentration.
3rd down and 2. Ball just shy of the SMU 34-yard line. Hayes stays in the backfield. Now he goes in motion right. Keenum looking left, now going to try and run, scrambling to his right. Get some time in the flat, looking for Hayes, has it, he'll dive for the first down, and should have it at the 32-yard line. What a smart play by Michael Hayes to go down low, not put his knee on the ground, and then dive forward for the 1st and 10.
Well, and a great job.
Oh, look at this. They're saying 4th down.
Cougs aren't going to get a single break.
That head linesman has not done anything at all today.
They're not going to get a break over there at all.
That was a sensational dive by Hayes. So 4th down again. And the Cougars will go shotgun. Pistol formation. Now Case is going to change the play. Play clock is at 6, at 5, at 4, at 3, at 2. And I think Kevin Sumlin called the timeout for the sideline.
Good job, Coach. That's Coach Sumlin doing the right thing right there. Let's keep everything cool.
Wait a minute. Did he say that did he challenge the play?
Maybe challenge the spot.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I couldn't hear referee Wayne Winkler, so I didn't know if it was a timeout or if Kevin Sumlin decided to throw the challenge flag. And I thought the spot was ridiculous on the far sideline myself. I thought he clearly got into the 32-yard line and just inside. So while we have a moment,
it's every spot, everyone.
We tell you that Fox Sports Houston is your exclusive home of the Cougar Insider. Cougar Insider gives you an all-access pass to everything that is Houston Cougar athletics, packed with interviews, behind-the-scenes features, and player profiles. Cougar Insider is your ticket to the sights and sounds of Houston sports. Be sure to check your local listings for dates and times or log on to foxsportshouston.com for more information. 3:04 to play here in the third quarter. Houston 16 and SMU nothing is the score. And we're reviewing the call, and I don't know whether Kevin Sumlin called it or if it was a replay official who said, I need to look at this again because every play in college football is reviewable. And Dan Blum is the replay official. Been a long-time replay official here at Robertson Stadium. And we even had him in New Orleans at our last ball game, as he went over there for the Thursday night ball game, was a replay official there. So he works this part of the country quite extensively. Don't forget, fans, reach for Budweiser, the perfect balance of flavor and refreshment. Open up a world of taste when you choose Budweiser. We'll continue to wait for the replay. And it was the head linesman who was across the way who made the spot on the far side. The head linesman is Maury Sherrins. And we've had a couple of questionable spots on that side of the field. But this one has come under closer scrutiny. And now here's Wayne Winkler to tell us.
After further review, the ball had reached the line to gain when the runner was down. First down, Houston.
There you go.
There we go. And that's a good job by Coach Sumlin, you know.
Or the replay official, whoever got it.
Right.
And he didn't say anything about there being a challenge here, and we didn't hear his microphone at first. So I'm guessing this was done from the replay official.
Fair enough.
Dan Blum.
Right, Tom. They called upstairs and said they need to review the play.
So mark the ball at the 32-yard line. Give the Cougars a new set of downs with 3:04 to play here. And we'll be back to work.
June is not happy with that, as you can see over on the other sideline. He's concerned that there's some kind of home cooking
He's
going
always
on.
concerned about a conspiracy. He always has been.
Sorry, June, you can't review the review.
You have a replay official who is paid to do a job, and he did it. It's too bad it went against you. So now I think we're ready for play. At the 32-yard line, 1st and 10 Houston. Johnson will go to the far side with Smith, Carrier, and Edwards to the near side. Bryce Bell now the back in the pistol formation. Swing it out near side for Edwards. Edwards eludes one man at the 30. Gets inside to the 28-yard line for a pickup of 4. Nice job on the outside by Randall Joyner to slow things down as he got away from his block and made Edwards use a lot of momentum to try and escape. Well, they spot him down at the 29-yard line, so it's only a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Now Bell will go left shoulder. Sims will be in the pistol formation on 2nd down. Now Sims steps up to the right shoulder for Case Keenum. Smith on the far side. Edwards near side. Keenum looks for Edwards near sideline. Has him inside the 25. Ridden down by Crawford near the 21-yard line. But that's enough for a 1st and 10 for Houston.
Well, Tom, that's that single coverage we've been talking about. If they give it to the Cougars, the Cougars are going to take it every time they see number 83 lined up there with one guy on him. You got to go to him.
Bell is the back in the pistol formation behind Keenum. 1st and 10. 3 receivers right. Edwards solo on the near side. He's one-on-one with Crawford, and Jagarrett Davis, the outside linebacker, has drifted this way. Now here comes Banjo for the safety spot to help out. Keenum looking down the middle, drops it off underneath for Bell, and he's tripped up inside the 15-yard line by Jagarrett Davis. He'll be about a yard shy of the first down as they'll mark him at the 13. Let's call him 2 yards shy. It'll be 2nd down and 2 from that point.
Well, and a great job by Case Keenum. That's a mature decision. Throw it to your outlet, get it to the guy who can make a sure catch and go get some yardage.
2nd down and 2 with a strong formation. Sims right shoulder and Hayes behind Keenum. Now Hayes comes up left shoulder. Play clock is at 12 as they change it. Keenum's got it, looking left, looking on the outside and just beyond the reach of Tyron Carrier at the 8-yard line. He was shadowed there by Chris Banjo, the safety.
Well, we talk about single coverage matchups. On the opposite side of the field, you've got Justin Johnson, solo coverage by the cornerback over there. Justin's kind of frustrated. He feels like, hey, Case, come look at me. I'm open over here.
Cougars are 6 of 13 on 3rd down, facing a 3rd down and 2 from the SMU 13-yard line. Again inside the red zone. Can they punch it across the goal line? Running play for Sims. Slips as he tried to make his cut, and he'll be about a yard shy to the 12-yard line. Doggone it, I don't know what's up with Charles Sims today, but a couple of times we tried to make that plant foot is skidded out from underneath him, and the Cougars this time are going to go for it.
There we go. Well, I think the there's a little bit of humidity in the air, a little bit of wet surface. Got to make sure you got the right shoes on there.
So Keenan will go under center. Hayes is the back. Strong formation. Johnson starts in motion. Keep him left. Give it to Hayes. Oh no! Fake on the outside. Justin Johnson will walk in for the score.
Yeah!
Oh baby, what a play!
Hey, and the block of the day right on the corner by Patrick Edwards. How about that? I mean, that seal off right there at the end zone makes that play a touchdown. Woo! That was it right there.
What great salesmanship by Keenum to put the ball in Hayes' belly. Hayes to go flying high to try and leap the pile.
It was a great sales job.
Bootleg it out to the near side was Keenum for an all-alone Justin Johnson.
There you go. The old bootleg.
Matt Hogan to try the point after. Out of the hole to Crawford Jones. High snap, ball down, kick up on the way. Kick is good. 76 for 76 for Matt Hogan this season on PATs.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Timeout on the field, 30 seconds to play 3rd quarter. Houston 23, SMU nothing. You are back to Robertson Stadium after this timeout on the Houston IMG Sports Network. Houston Cougars on the scoreboard with a 12-yard touchdown pass. Case Keenum to Justin Johnson. For Justin Johnson, that is his 8th touchdown reception of the year. For Case Keenum, that will be number 38 on the season. As the Cougars go 55 yards in 13 plays, took 5 minutes, 33 seconds to get on the board. Up the lead to 23-0. You can make a statement in the new Ram 1500 Express. Get 20 miles per gallon on the highway with a 390 horsepower, 5.7-liter Hemi V8 engine. See your Texas Dodge dealer now for more details and a test drive. Jordan Manisto again will kick to J.J. McDermott. Or check that, to J.R. Richardson. Or Kevin Pope, but Richardson has been the guy. As he stands 2 yards deep in the end zone. Manisto says he's ready. And he'll approach. And drive this one toward the near sideline. And it will go through the end zone out of bounds. No chance for a return. SMU will scrimmage at their own 20-yard line, but not before we get another timeout. Had all those turnovers and no timeouts. When you get a turnover, you keep the momentum on the game. So we'll take the TV timeout here. Still with 30 seconds to go in the third. And Houston on top 23-0. Back to Robertson Stadium after this for the Texas Ford dealers. Resumes, but right now we have a chance to pause 10 seconds for station identification along the Houston IMG Sports Network. Case Keenum on the ball game, 27 of 39 for 288 yards and 1 touchdown. So when we look at Keenum's numbers, he has now surpassed Graham Harrell as all-time NCAA leader for pass completions. He has become the second player to have 3 4,000-yard passing seasons in his NCAA career. And he has upped his touchdown total to 38 for the year. Just another day at the office for Case Keenum, and in another 12 yards passing, he'll become only the second player to have 36 300-yard passing games or more. They keep piling up for a great young man. Williams in the backfield with McDermott, who swings it out on the outside. This is Johnson looking for a block, turned the corner at the 20 and got out to about the 23, maybe the 24. Oh, I forgot. SMU's got the ball in the headlines, but it says 25-yard.
Of course.
I should have known better.
Well, I think SMU's going to try to take some more risks now, Tom. You know, they
have to.
They realize that the Cougar offense can play ball control now. They're not going to get the ball back. There's 1 quarter left to play. They're going to be aggressive.
Rashard Wimbley is the running back now as McDermott throws it out, and a diving catch by Terrence Wilkerson at the 22-yard line. He'd have been better off to drop it because he lost 3 yards by catching it, diving to the ground, and that's the end of the third quarter. A good third quarter for your Houston Cougars. They put 10 more points up on the board and expand their lead to 23-0. 15 minutes left to play here at Robertson Stadium on Senior Day 2011. You're back after this timeout for Coca-Cola. Sideline and Ted Pardee upstairs. Tom Franklin with you from Robertson Stadium. 15 minutes left in the final home game of the 2011 regular season. And the Cougars hold a 23-0 lead over the SMU Mustangs. Let's take a look at some of the numbers through three quarters. The Cougars now 385 yards of total offense to 178 for SMU. Cougars have 97 yards rushing and 288 through the air. And Michael Hayes, the leading rusher, 14 carries for 61 yards and a touchdown. Justin Johnson has 8 catches for 90 yards. Tyron Carrier has 5 for 34. Case Keenum, 27 of 39 for 288 and a touchdown. He has not been sacked. J.J. McDermott for SMU is 16 of 25, 164 yards, 2 sacks, 1 interception. He's also fumbled once. Jared Williams has 10 carries for only 11 yards for SMU. He's their leading rusher. And Derek Thompson's leading receiver, 5 catches for 44 yards. Cole Beasley and Darius Johnson have each caught 4. Beasley for 69 yards and Johnson for 48 yards. Time of possession, 23-44 for Houston, 21-16 for SMU. SMU 5 penalties in the game for 20 yards, and the Cougars have been penalized once for 5 yards. And that's a good number for the Cougars to see, getting back to the kind of clean form that the Cougars usually play under Kevin Sumlin. They're a team that usually gains about 5 penalties a ball game. We've been seeing 8, 9, and 10 the last couple of weeks. And it's good for the Cougars to come back and play a nice, clean game like they have through 3 quarters tonight.
Well, and to be able to control it on a short week, right? Typically, short week, you're going to be a little bit more undisciplined, you would think. You'd be, it's hard to get your game, get back together. But, hey, very, very good job by the Cougs coming off that crazy week we had last week.
So here we go. Ball will be at the 22-yard line in SMU territory as they face 3rd down and 8 from their own 22-yard line. On 3rd down, SMU just 2 of 8. The Cougars are 6 of 14. So both teams well off their season averages. SMU on 3rd down for the season, 43%. They're hitting at 25. And the Cougars at 57%. They're hitting about 46% right now. So big 3rd down to start period number 4. McDermott has Wimberly to his left. Changing the play against the 4-man front. He's going to throw near sideline, has his man for the 1st down, and I think that is Johnson, who'll pull forward up near the 35-yard line. Nope, it is Thompson. Derek Thompson with the catch.
Well, again, listen, they want to go vertical. SMU wants to try to throw the ball down the field, but the Cougars are taking it away with a nice strong cover 2. 2 deep safeties taking everything away up the middle.
Wilkerson and Beasley on the far side. Johnson and Thompson on the near side. McDermott looking far side for Wilkerson, has his man, and Nick Sines brings him down at the 42-yard line. When he made his break, Thomas Bates lost his footing and went down, so he was wide open, but Sines there to make sure he got no further than where the ball was thrown to.
Tom Sines makes a huge tackle there. Listen, if Nick doesn't make that play, it's going to be another 10 yards before a Cougar can get to that guy.
Wilkerson on the far side, 3 to the near side. Wimberly the back for McDermott. 1st and 10, or make that 2nd and 7. SMU from the 42. McDermott hit as he throws near sideline, tipped away. Great play, Philip Stewart as he was looking for Beasley, covered by Sines, but Stewart way up in the air to tip that one down.
Well, I think Philip wanted to get himself another INT there. He goes up.
He'd have made Sports Center with that interception.
Oh, absolutely. That would have been a one-handed grab way up there. Good job. Guy can get up. I wonder if we've had him out on the basketball court yet.
James Dickey's been on the sideline. He might be looking.
Let me tell you.
So now it's a big 3rd down and 3. 3 out of 9 for SMU. Wilkerson far side. 3 to the near side with Thompson out widest. Wimberly is the back. Cougars showing blitz and whistle. False start because the Cougars were inching up and somebody in that SMU line flinched.
All start. Offense number 77. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
The left guard, Josh Larabis.
Tom, I think we got to give the credit for that one to the
crowd,
to the red. I love it. The sea of red out here. That was a great job by the fans making that happen.
Real quick, guys.
All right, Chuck.
Hey, I'm going to tell you what, there hasn't been anybody leave either. This is amazing, guys.
Oh, yeah. They're in for the full 60. There's no question. Again, 3 receivers near side and Wilkerson far side. Cougars line up 7 at the line. Now 2 drop out. McDermott looking, now throws, has Beasley at the 45 toward midfield and will have the first down. Run out of bounds by Signs. But he had all day and finally somebody had to come free.
Well, Cougs only bring 3 in the rush that time, and I'll tell you what, you don't want to give it up big time. You think the coverage is going to be there. That's a little bit too long, but hey, we got some pretty good pressure flushing him out there with just 3 rushers.
Cougars now with a 4-man front. Thompson solo near side, 3 to the right. Give the ball to Wimberly across midfield, and he's pulling men forward for about 5 yards to the Cougar 46-yard line. Holding on for dear life at the bottom of the pile is Marcus McGraw. And Wimberly is 6 foot 280. And McGraw is 6 foot 225.
That's right.
A little disadvantage there.
Just a slight disadvantage.
So 5-yard pickup makes it 2nd down and 5 for the Mustangs in Houston territory at the 46. 23-0. Houston leads, 13 minutes to play. Running play, Wimberly again. Hit hard from the right side, but still he drags forward for 4 more yards to the 42-yard line. Philip Stewart got in there quick. Matthews was there. McGraw was there. But that is a load, my friend.
That's a big load right there. Got to hit that guy low. Got to get him right in the knees.
So now it's 3rd down and 1. Will they give it to him for a 3rd straight time? We'll see. 3 receivers right. Cougars a 4-man front, 2 linebackers pinching. McDermott's going to throw, has Beasley at the 40 and tackled by Bates, but not before he has the first down at the 37-yard line, a 5-yard pickup.
Sorry, Tom.
When I was doing my prep work for this game, and I saw that Wimberly as a running back, I said, seriously? Yeah, they're serious about this guy.
Yeah, they're absolutely serious. And again, they use those little curls. It's a ball control passing game that SMU's finally clicking into, but with 12 minutes left in the game, don't be surprised if they don't go for the dagger, if they don't try to go deep on one.
From the 37, 1st and 10. McDermott looking left, now throwing over the middle, ball tipped again, and incomplete.
Ooh.
Couple of guys had a chance at it. Sammy Brown or Marcus McGraw had the first tip on it. See if we can tell here. That was McGraw who had the first tip.
I think Matthews looked like he was in the neighborhood there. I think Matthews was the first to get a hand on it. Matthews and then Brooks. That's the old interception tip drill you work in practice.
Yep. Couple of caroms on that, but nothing doing. No bank shot there. 2nd down and 10. Stop the clock with 11:45 to play. McDermott will pass again. 4-man rush. Throwing it deep down the middle and way overthrown his intended receiver, Terrence Wilkerson. Well covered by DJ Hayden on the play. The safety Brooks also coming, but that was a good 7 or 8 yards beyond Wilkerson.
That's that deep pass, Tom. I really think that the problem that SMU has is they have no deep ball accuracy.
No, none.
You've got to be a threat. You've got to do something to scare the defense. That throwing the ball over the receiver's head by 10 yards is not going to strike any fear in the Cougar defense.
So now it's 3rd down and 10. Wilkerson far side. Johnson, Beasley, and Thompson near side. Wimberly stays as the back. 5-man front for Houston. 4 come. McDermott scrambles. He's going to run, and he's going to be brought down. Kelvin King will make the stop shy of the 30-yard line. They'll put him at the 31. At the 31-yard line, it'll be 4th down and a short 4. And June Jones, nope, we have a player down. Sammy Brown is down way back behind the play at the 45-yard line. Dr. Walter Lowe jogging out there. Doc Mike O'Shea is out there. Sammy getting up all right.
They basically had 2 offensive linemen blocking Sammy. And in the end, when Sammy finally slipped and got on the ground, both of them were laying on him.
Just jumped on him?
Basically, a 600-pound squish.
So it's going to be 4th down. SMU trailing 23-0, has to go for it. with 11:22 to go. Field goal does them no good whatsoever. So here we go. McDermott will be the quarterback. Beasley, Johnson, Thompson, and Wilkerson are the wide receivers, and Wimberly is the back. Four-man front as Bamfo has come in. McDermott's going to pass over the middle, too far for Beasley.
Oh.
And a flag and maybe a hold on Philip Stewart, and he's shaking his head. Yeah, he got caught. Philip was shaking his head when he saw the laundry on the field. He knew it was against him.
Pass interference. Defense number 11. Automatic down. That's the spot on.
11 was the intended receiver. 42 is the man in coverage. Let's go to Chuck Brown.
I got to disagree with that call. He couldn't have called the ball anyway, guys.
Well, when you're holding a guy up, it's a little hard. That ball wasn't that far out in front of him.
Well,
it would have been a tough catch, no question.
Well, my question is, you get 5 yards to jam, Tom, and you can basically, tear these guys up within 5 yards. That pass is not much more than 5 yards.
They put it at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for SMU. 3 receivers to the right for McDermott. He looks right, now throwing back left, and overthrows the intended receiver. It was Derek Thompson. He had gotten a step or two behind Thomas Bates, but the ball was, again, well overthrown as the wind is behind J.J. McDermott, and he has no way to gauge this wind when he throws the ball.
Tom,
he has no feel whatsoever.
You're too nice to blame it on the wind, my friend. I think JJ's a good quarterback. I just think he's he doesn't have it today. I think he's struggling with his accuracy, and you don't overthrow the ball that badly that many times in a row.
3 receivers right. Thompson again left. He'll be a one-on-one with Thomas Bates. He'll have a little safety help from Ken Brooks. Corner blitz from Bates. Here he comes, and he's got him! Thomas Bates off the corner for the sack at the 32.
Great call. Love the call by the coaching staff. Love to see those corner blitzes.
Let's go to Chuck Brown.
I cannot believe J.J. McDermott did not see it. Patrick tipped it off. He didn't even look left. I tell you what, a great job with a great call. But I tell you what, one thing, guys, we talked about earlier. Kyle Padron used to start for these guys. Evidently, him and June got crossways. He's going to stick with McDermott and evidently make an example out of Kyle Padron.
I'm telling you, Kyle, I don't think Kyle's on the trip.
He wasn't out there in warmups.
That's right. Kyle's not on the trip.
They have listed a redshirt freshman as Steven Kaiser as his backup. So now it's 3rd down. Ball back at the 32. 18 yards to go. McDermott's going to pass. Stepping up in the pocket. Down the middle into double coverage. No good. And the back judge fell down about 8 yards deep in the end zone. He again was looking for Thompson, but well covered by Bates and Signs.
You know what happened to the back judge, guys?
What happened to the back judge?
Self-tackleization.
That was some self-tackleization back there. But I'll tell you, I think McDermott thought the guy in stripes was his receiver because he was basically that's where the ball was. That's where the ball was thrown.
So now it's 4th down and 18. And again, SMU with no choice. 9:51 to play, trailing 23-0. Cougar defense will be called on to make one more stand. Wembley to the right side of McDermott in the gun. 2 to either side.
Oh, false start.
Movement at the line of scrimmage. Could be a free play. McDermott looks down the right sideline. Has a man for the 1st down. Wilkerson at the 7, make it the 9-yard line. They say he went out of bounds.
Hey, I think it's false start on Wilkerson.
Sammy Brown jumped off sides, I believe, guys.
Ooh. Now we got to check the penalty marker. June Jones is already out in the field by the yard markers. He's already out by the numbers.
Yeah, the receivers were moving.
You know, if there was a coach's box in football like there is in basketball, June Jones would get technicals and be gone way early in the ball game because he covers more ground than any coach I know.
Defense number 8. The penalty is declined. Play results in the 1st time.
And he's still in the ear of our referee, Wayne Winkler. I don't know what you're complaining about. The flag was against Houston. You guys caught the ball, and you'll have a 1st and goal at the 9. And he's still on the field, standing on the 40-yard line. Standing on the 0 of 40.
Take your time, June. You got 9 minutes and 30 seconds, buddy. Take your time.
So 1st and goal for SMU. Let's see if the Cougar defense can keep them out of the end zone and keep them off the scoreboard. Pitching a shutout so far today. 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Wembley is the back. He's got the ball, slanting right side, hitting down after a gain of 1. Marcus McGraw on the stop.
That was a big-time hit. That's called getting your head across the bow and bringing down a guy that weighs about 35 pounds more, 40 pounds more than you do. That's a big-time tackle by Marcus McGraw.
Is this right? This will be the 17th play of the drive. Wow. Wembley again to the right side of McDermott. 2nd and goal from the 8. Wilkerson is solo to the right, 3 to the near side. McDermott looking to throw over the middle, has his man, touchdown. Darius Johnson got away from Phillip Stewart and dove into the end zone for the score to break the shutout, and it's 23-6.
Wow, well, throwing in traffic there, you know, obviously they had no other choice. They've got to continue to try to attack the end zone.
Well, they're going to kick this? They are.
Yeah.
I thought you might try for 2 because you have an unreliable kicker, and if you get 2-point conversions.
Well, I wouldn't even rule that out at this point. Let's see what happens.
Loftus on to try the PAT. Stone is the holder. Low snap, Stone sets it up, and Loftus will put it through. Brings us to a timeout on the field with 8:33 to play in the 4th quarter. Houston 23 and SMU 7. Back here to Robertson after this for State Farm Insurance. And Cougar fans, we hope that you had a chance to pick up this year's copy of Cougar Paws when you came out to Robertson Stadium all season long. Cougar Paws is the official coupon book of Cougar Athletics. There are great offers from many sponsors, including Sport Clips, Haircuts, Demara's Barbecue, and CC's Pizza. It's Cougar Paws. Look for it at Robertson Stadium. Look for it at Hoffheinz Pavilion. Look for it at the Pulse with Kevin Sumlin and James Dickey. Get some good values from great sponsors who support Houston Cougar Athletics. Well, the SMU Mustangs get their first score of the game. They went 80 yards in 18 plays and took 6 minutes and 57 seconds to do so. An 8-yard pass from J.J. McDermott to Darius Johnson is the scoring play. For Johnson, that is his 6th touchdown catch of the year. For McDermott, his 15th touchdown pass of the season. 8:33 left. Cougar offense will be back out here. 12 more yards for Case Keenum. Gets him 300-yard passing game, number 36 of his career, tying him with Timmy Chang in that category.
Cougs have the hands crew out here.
They do. And Tyron Carrier is back at the 20-yard line only. Now a couple of guys will drop back just in case they kick it long. Loftus will line drive it, and a short man, Charles Sims, will cover up the ball at the 22-yard line. Tried to make the diving catch. So Houston will scrimmage from the 22 when we come back. 8:32 to play in this one. It's all Houston. The Cougars lead 23-7 over SMU. More Cougar football follows this time out on the Houston IMG Sports Network. Houston Cougars would like to thank Fabenco and Petrohawk for their Energy for Cougars sponsorship this season. Your oil and gas company can support the Cougars like these great sponsors by calling the Houston IMG Sports Network at 713-743-1446. Get involved and support your hometown team today with Energy for Cougars. 713-743-1446 is the number. Paid attendance today at Robertson Stadium, 32,207. Making it the largest crowd in Houston Cougar history at Robertson Stadium, surpassing the old record of 32,119 set in the first two home games of last year against Texas State and UTEP. Congratulations, Houston Cougar fans and Houston Cougar family, for coming out and supporting this team, setting a brand new record today. It's been a tremendous week. There has been red everywhere you're going all week long since you heard the game day was coming. And the Cougars so far doing their best to cap off senior day. We're leading 23-7 with 8:32 to go. From the 23, a running play for Sims. Breaks outside right, 25, 30, 35, 40, still on his feet, 45, and down near midfield at the 49-yard line. Finally covered up by Ryan Smith. What a run by Charles Sims.
Well, keeps his body under control there and doesn't go down on first contact. He's got Patrick Edwards, out there, or E.J. Smith leading the blocks out there. Great job.
Fake it to Sims, throw it out for Johnson. Johnson in SMU territory will go down inside the 45 at the 42-yard line. Taylor Reed, the middle linebacker, will make the stop. Mark it back at the 43-yard line. So 5-yard gain. Check it came from the Houston 48, so that's a 9-yard gain. Second down and 1. A back to either shoulder for Keenum. Two receivers to the far side. Johnson is solo near side as Keenum changes the call against the four-man front. Throwing outside. They have a man. It's Edwards, and Edwards will not get away from Richard Crawford, but he'll have the first down at the 38-yard line.
Hey, just a little pitch and a catch out there. That's all you need to get the first down.
And that's your 300-yard passing game, number 36 of his career for Case Keenum, tying with Timmy Chang for the all-time NCAA record. Movement at the line of scrimmage.
Free play.
Keenum's going to throw it deep for
Go,
Edwards,
baby.
far sideline.
Oh!
He just couldn't get it 5 yards deep in the end zone.
I mean, they're like bumping the guy as he runs down the field. Look, even Case is going, come on, give the guy a break, please.
Offside against SMU will be called,
Still
but
first down.
I guess because the other officials figured, well, it's a free play, we don't need to worry about officiating anything now.
I guess so.
So after the penalty, mark it to the 33-yard line, would be 1st and 5. Edwards solo on the far side, a back to either shoulder, fake it to Bell, drop it off on the swing pass for Hayes to the 25, to the 20, to the 18-yard line before he is finally put down by Justin Sorrell.
Listen, Justin went all the way down to make that tackle, and listen, he didn't want any of that. He absolutely said, I don't want to take this guy
16 yards on the completion, running play for Bell, who got tripped up as he got near the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a yard to the 16-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 9. I don't know if it's the fielder, if he caught somebody's ankle or something. Now we get a little conversation between Jacoby Ashworth and Marcus Hunt, and our referee Wayne Winkler stepping in between. Let's go quickly to Chuck Brown. Chuck, what'd you see?
He was trying to push Jacoby over Charles Sims and bend him backwards and tear his knee up, guys.
2nd down and 9 from the 16-yard line. 3-man rush. Keenum throwing for the end zone, overthrew Patrick Edwards, shadowed there by Richard Crawford, who's done a nice job on him all day long. Edwards on the day, 5 catches for just 38 yards. So he has been well covered by Richard Crawford.
Yeah, that's that single coverage right there. No help over the top. Bet you Case wishes he had that throw back.
3 receivers on the far side, 2 to the near side. It's an empty backfield. Sims is out on the near side with Johnson. Case has got the snap, stepping up, going to run. 15, 10 for the sideline, 5 for the goal line.
Yes, come on.
No signal yet. They're looking at each other.
Well, the line
touchdown. Touchdown. Case Keenum as he reached out for the pylon as he went by. The line judge is standing there looking at people.
Well, the line judge is out of position, obviously, so it's got to go to the next deepest guy. That's the field judge. Finally, we get the signal.
My goodness. Case Keenum races home from 17 yards. And now Matt Hogan on to try another PAT attempt. This will be number 77 on the year. 29-7 Houston. Crawford Jones on a knee. High snap, ball down, kick up on the way by Hogan, kick is good. And for Matt Hogan, that is a new NCAA record. 77 for 77 on the season. Well, that ties the record set by Art Carmody of Louisville.
Oh, wow.
Back in 2003. And who was Art Carmody's special teams coach at Louisville? Tony Levine.
No kidding.
No kidding. How about that?
That's pretty cool.
So that ties the record at 77. He needs one more to set it all by his lonesome. Timeout on the field, 6:17 to go. Houston leads 30-7 over SMU. You're back after this for Texas Emergency Care Centers. .6:17 left to play. Houston 30, SMU 7. 6:17 is all that's standing in the way of this Houston Cougar team becoming the third in Houston Cougar history to win 11 games in a season, and none of them ever did it. 11 straight coming out of the gate. Case Keenum, a 17-yard touchdown run, capped off a 7-play, 77-yard drive. Took 2 minutes and 16 seconds to complete. You have Richardson back at the 2-yard line, far hash. Wandering up near the 5-yard line is Kevin Pope to await Jordan Manisto's kick. And Manisto will put the foot into it. Driving it for Pope at the 3-yard line. Up the near hash mark to the 15, to the 20. Oh, and what a shot he took. Oh, my goodness. At the 25-yard line and put him down at the 26. Braxton Welford, the backup running back. Woo-hoo.
That's the way to get noticed by the coaches when you're on special teams. Bring the wood.
What do they call that?
That's the scunion right there.
That's what I was waiting for.
That's the wild bunch scunion right there. Full speed tackle.
Boom.
That's right.
Like that old video clip for the young man making the highlight. Boom goes the dynamite right there. 2 receivers to either side. McDermott will have Wembley to his right. Cougars pinch it up with 6. Here they come. Oh, he got away from Sammy Brown. Now he drops it off over the middle, complete. No, incomplete as Hayden broke it up. Looking for Thompson across the 30-yard line. Would have been a short gain, but DJ was all over it.
Yeah, DJ's had a solid game, and I think that teams are trying, they're starting to figure this thing out. You don't want to throw to number 2's side.
No.
You really don't.
No. He has proven himself. 3 go to the far side. Hayden will be solid up on the near side with Thompson. 2nd down and 10, SMU from their own 26. Wembley on the left of McDermott. Cougars rush 5. They pick it up. McDermott throws, and catching it out of knee across the 30-yard line was Thompson at the 33 in front of Hayden. A pickup of 7 yards on the play to leave SMU with a 3rd down and 3. McDermott stays on the field as they try to hurry up their offense now with 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the game. Houston leading 30-7. Wembley will be on the right shoulder. 3 receivers to the right. Thompson on the near side against Hayden. 4-man front for Houston. Now they bring 5 on a blitz. They drop it off and broke it up by Hayden as he got inside of Derek Thompson. What a great defensive play. That's how you play cornerback.
That's how he's so fast on the break. That's the thing. It's hard to describe what makes DJ Hayden special. And when the receiver makes their break on that post or that in route, he runs that route with them, and he actually runs it better than the receiver does. That's why he's able to jump the ball that quickly.
Patrick Edwards dropping back to his 25 to await a punt from Matt Stone. Stone's been trying to push Houston deep all game. This time he gets a chance to lift one in the jet stream here with the wind behind him. Good snap. He'll hit a knuckleball out of there. And Edwards takes it on the run at the 28-yard line, looking for the near sideline at the 30. At the 35, there's a block in the back. No, they let it go. And up the sideline comes Edwards across the 40 to about the 46-yard line. I can't believe Daniel Spencer didn't get flagged for a block in the back.
Boy, that's when you set the picket fence up. That's called the old picket fence. You try to line up the return so that you can get up the sideline, and you got guys tearing down on these cover men. Whew, that was a close one.
All right, we get a timeout on the field with 5:10 to go. We've got a lot of scores coming up for you on the Budweiser postgame show, but right now it's time for us to give you the out-of-town scoreboard delivered by the Texas Ford dealers. So for that, we go back into the Houston IMG Network studios. Brian Williams will update some of Conference USA and a couple of key games around the country. Scoreboard delivered by the Texas Ford dealers, and now is the best time to get a great deal on America's best-selling brand. Be part of the best place to be sales event at your Texas Ford dealers. Here we have 5 minutes and 10 seconds to play. Cougars lead SMU by a score of 30-7, and Houston Athletics has a new home for the most online audio-video coverage of your favorite Cougar sports. It's Cougar All Access, bringing you live game coverage plus features and highlights. Log on to www.uhcougars.com/all access. You're a fan no matter where you live, so join us via the web, www.uhcougars.com/all access to keep track of all your Houston Cougar sports. Basketball back here on Tuesday. Men-women doubleheader. Women at 5 against Oral Roberts. Men at 7:15 against Oakland. One ticket gets you in for both games. 5:10 to go here in this football game before the Houston Cougars improve to 11-0. Carrier comes in motion. Throw it to slant over the middle, just beyond the fingertips of Justin Johnson, who had checked inside. Kenneth Hacker on the corner on a little slant post, in case just a little bit of a misfire.
Well, that's that play we haven't seen in a little while. He's just running a quick slant against this coverage that's trying to stay man-to-man on the outside guys. I'll tell you what, nice job.
Blitz coming, a delayed handoff for Michael Hayes. He gets across midfield into SMU territory up near the 47-yard line, which will be a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 3rd down and 3 coming up. And we got an injured SMU player on the deck. And this time it's Marcus Hunt. And Hunt flat on his back at midfield. So they will attend to him. Well, you heard from Bryant Williams in our scoreboard, out-of-town scoreboard delivery from the Texas Ford dealers, that Tulsa won their game, so they are 7-0. The Cougars are 4 minutes and 51 seconds away from being 7-0. And the showdown in Tulsa after Turkey Day will take place next Friday, 11 a.m. kickoff, 10 o'clock broadcast here on the Houston IMG Sports Network. The Cougars against the Tulsa Golden Hurricane, winner, the West Division champion, and the host of the Conference USA Championship game on December the 3rd.
It's going to be a big game.
Big stakes.
Big stakes, big game. We've had some interesting matchups out there through the years. And just to make it a little bit more interesting, you know, there's no love lost between the two programs.
Well, it's definitely an all or nothing, because it'll be a big letdown for whichever team doesn't get it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, coming this far, when you go 7-0 and you have a 7-0 and the stars aligned to where you play for it on the final day, you know, it doesn't get much better for the fans.
That's exactly
It keeps
right.
you interested all the way. For the players, well, you know, they have the opportunity to control their own destiny, which is the best part of it. You don't have to rely for help at this stage of the season.
Nope.
Need somebody to lose, need somebody to do us a favor, something. Marcus Hunt is up. He's going to walk off slowly under his own power. So we'll get back to work here with 4:51 to go. Cougars facing a 3rd down and 3 from the SMU 47-yard line. Keenum has gone the distance at quarterback. Offensive line has done a great job for him. Ashworth, Cloud, Thompson, Forsch, and Harper. Now Case has them huddled up at the Cougar 45. They break the huddle. Clock is rolling. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go. 20 on the play clock. 3 receivers near side. 2 to the far side. Empty backfield on this 3rd and 3. Keenum gets the snap. Throw it over the middle. Leaping attempt, and Carrier could not bring it in. Knocked away at the last minute. Coming up from the secondary by Jay Scott. It was a little high for the short little 5'8" Tyron Carrier. The Cougars will have to kick it away with 4:16 left.
Now, good idea there. You want to get to the second level. You got a deep in route, the old dig route there deep. Tough to bring that in.
Crawford drops back to the 10-yard line. Let's see if Leone can pin him deep. SMU at 10 at the line of scrimmage. They rush 9, and Leone shanks this one off the side of his foot. It'll hit at the 20 and take a backwards roll and go out of bounds near the 22-yard line. Not a kick Richie would like to put in his repertoire. He'd like to have this one back. They're going to put it down at the 22-yard line, so only a punt of 25 yards for Leone. So SMU scrimmages from their own 22-yard line, 4:05 left. They trail 30-7. This Cougar defense has played outstanding football in today's ball game, holding the Mustangs to just 262 yards of offense leading up to this possession. 3 receivers far side and Thompson on the near side. Wembley will be on the left hip of McDermott. 4-man front for Houston. McDermott looking to throw. Under pressure, hit by Sammy Brown as he let it go. And it came up woefully shy of Terrence Wilkerson. Big hit by Sammy Brown, finally shedding his block of Kevin Beecham.
Sammy's working hard here at the end of the game. You can't pull back. This is where you can get some great plays under your belt. Sammy keeping the full steam ahead going on here.
Thompson solo near side, 3 to the far side. Wembley on the right hip of McDermott. 4-man front. 5 as Matthews comes in, and he's got the running back Wembley on the quick handoff at the 23. Stopped it for a gain of a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Big play tackle there by the new young pup. Derek Matthews, like to see him mixing it up in there. They tried to isolate him early in the game, Tom. Didn't work. He's had a heck of a game.
Wilkerson will go to the far side. Beasley will join him there. Thompson and Jensen, who's got the touchdown catch for SMU's only points, here on the near side. 4-man front for Houston. 2 bikers in the middle, 3 in the middle as Philip Stewart joins him. 5-man rush. Under pressure, McDermott. Sammy's got him. Sammy got him by the ankles and put him down at the 15-yard line.
Wow, Sammy's just about tackled by the running back there. What a fantastic job just sticking with it and staying after it.
Up, guys.
Let's go to Chuck.
Tell you, I like watching Sammy. You know, he gets up after he gets it like he's on his last leg, last gasp of air. And next time, he's like, wow, left tackle, where'd he go?
Well,
he just plays hard, guys.
There was the guy who wore number 32 for the Cleveland Browns once upon a time who thought he took the longest time to get back to the huddle. A guy who wore 34 for the Houston Oilers took a long time getting back to the huddle.
Oh, yeah.
But they played hard for 60.
That's right. Once the snap of the ball, it's full speed with your hair on fire no matter what. That's the way you got to play.
Well, SMU lets the play clock get down to 1 and then calls timeout with 2:36 left, facing a 4th down and 17 from their own 15-yard line. And for SMU, that'll be their first timeout. They'll leave them with 2. The Cougars have all 3, but they're not going to need them. So let's look ahead now, Mr. Pardee, since we have that chance. Tulsa Golden Hurricane, one of the finer quarterbacks in the conference outside of Case Keenum and G.J. Kinney. What will the Cougars have to look forward to next week?
Well, I think they're gonna try to run the same offense. You know, they're gonna run that deep eye. It's really the pistol offense, but you got the deeps. You've got the deep running back. You got the quarterback who's really trying to give that guy a chance to run downhill. And the difference is G.J. Kinney is a heck of a running quarterback. The guy can flat out run the ball.
Kick by Stone came toward the near sideline, bounced back into the field of play, and will be down at the Houston 45-yard line for a 40-yard kick for Matt Stone. No return. As Patrick Edwards said, just get away from this thing. We just want the ball with 2:23 left. This game is ours, and there's nothing that SMU can do about it to stop it. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of offense the Cougars will run here for this final 2:23.
I think they're going to continue to keep the throttle down. They've got some second-teamers in there.
It's going to kill their average this year because they only have 464 yards of offense. And they only have 30 points. That's really going to work on those averages.
That's right. But you got Ronnie Williams in there. You got Dwayne Peace. You've got Gino
Daniel
Collins.
Spencer.
Daniel Spencer.
Running play for the running back, and that is Braxton Welford. Will get inside midfield to the 47-yard line.
There we go.
And now Case Keenum comes out after that snap so he can receive the proper accolades of the crowd on Senior Day 2011. And now Cotton Turner will go out. Case Keenum, what a Houston Cougar. To a standing ovation and richly deserved. The second offensive line is there. Turner throws a quick slant, has Ronnie Williams inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. pickup of about 4 more yards will leave the Cougars with a 3rd down and about 4 from just shy of the 42-yard line in SMU territory. Cotton gets the snap. Looking to throw it deep down the left sideline for Collins at the 10. Then slips a man 5. Touchdown, Geno Collins!
Well, I'll tell you what. You know, you can't fault a guy like Cotton Turner. Remember, I don't care how much time's on the clock. He's a senior football player. He's going to want to do it just like everybody else out there. And, you know, where on 1st down, Case does a little handoff. Cotton's not going to do that. Cotton's going for Cotton's a football player. He's going for it.
Cotton Turner with his 5th touchdown pass of the season for Geno Collins. That'll be his 1st touchdown of the year for the junior out of St. Pius High School. And now Hogan for the record. Good snap, good hold, kick on the way. 78 for 78 for Matt Hogan, and that is a new NCAA record for Matt Hogan. Consecutive PATs in a season. How about that?
That's another guy that's just really established himself as a mainstay out here, a leader on this team. Love to see it when your kicker can be counted on for all those PATs. You got to have them.
Yeah, it took scoring drive for the Cougars. 3 plays, 49 yards, a 42-yard touchdown pass to Geno Collins. Took 1:05. 37-7 is the score. Yep, there the accolades just there on the sidelines as they recognize the NCAA record for Matt Hogan. But Cotton Turner throwing the deep ball for Collins, caught at the 10. The 2 defenders for SMU ran into each other, and Geno was free to dive in the end zone for the score. 1:18 to go, 37-7.
How about Cotton throwing into double coverage there, though, huh? Fearless.
Well, when you're the backup, come on. You can throw the ball wherever you want.
Hey, Cotton is like, listen, I don't care if you're going to try to go double coverage against my guy Geno Collins, but I'm going to him. That's confidence right there.
And Richie Leone will kick off this time for Houston. You have Pope on the near side and Richardson on the far side, hanging around the 5-yard line. Leone will drive this one and bound it on the ground. Over the head of an up man, he'll snag it at the 24-yard line. Whoa! What a shot at the 29. Again, it's Braxton Welford. Are you kidding me? How about Braxton Welford? As Aaron Davis, 93, picked it up the shorthand. And he's probably thinking, what did I do that for?
He's thinking, hey, I'm a big guy. I never get to run the ball. This is my big opportunity to show mom and dad what I can do.
Yeah.
Buddy. That's why you don't run the ball right there.
Oh, man. 1:13 left. And McDermott stays on with 3 receivers to the near side, Wilkerson to the far side. 4-man front for Houston, running play for Wembley up the middle, across the 30 and pulling forward to about the 32-yard line. John McIntyre, senior, making a stop on the play.
Love what the coaches are doing. Johnny Mack is a guy we've loved as a Wild Bunch special team member for years. I mean, he dates back when old crazy Tim Mercer and
Tim Monroe
and Monroe and all those guys were covering kicks with him. He dinged up his knee a year or 2 ago, and good to see him back out on the field.
And the chant for the Cougar faithful is BCS. BCS. McDermott looking it over. Game clock down to 30 seconds. Give it to Wembley, running right side. Sammy Brown trying to wrestle him down, and finally lassos him near the sideline of the 40-yard line after he gets a 1st down. It'll stop the clock at the 39-yard line with 23 seconds to go. One more snap, and the Cougars are going to be 11-0.
Hey, it's a good time to be a Cougar fan.
It is an awesome time to be a Houston Cougar with the basketball team the way it is, with the football team the way it is. All the talk about a BCS game perhaps in the future. Renovations coming up in the facilities
Absolutely.
here. There is so much going on this campus. You want to wear your red every day, be loud and be proud to be a Cougar.
That's right.
McDermott gives to Wembley, and Sammy Brown with a tackle for loss will end the game for the Houston Cougars on Senior Day.
Woo!
How about that?
How appropriate is that?
Your Houston Cougars take out the SMU Mustangs 37-7, improving to 11-0 on the season, 7-0 in Conference USA, and setting up a showdown for the West Division title on Friday morning, the day after Thanksgiving, in Tulsa against the Golden Hurricane. Once again, our final score, the Houston Cougars 37, the SMU Mustangs 7. Stay tuned. The Budweiser postgame show comes your way after this for the Houston Galveston Area Council.